Hey, 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 Tim Marks the Viking coming at you again from the garage. Why the garage? Because a lot of successful businesses start in somebody's garage. I want to talk to you today about the difference between multi-level marketing, direct sales, whatever you want to call it, and a pyramid. I know when I first was exposed to the MLM industry, the first thing I said was, get away, pyramid, everybody's going to jail. You know, it's kind of a funny thing, but I just didn't have any information. So little did I know, somebody pointed this out to me a little while later, that I actually worked in a pyramid. Now there's nothing wrong with a pyramid, but I just want to compare the two. So if we look at where I worked, I think there was somewhere around 60 or 80,000 employees at the time I worked there. It was a pretty big company, but basically there was a CEO. There's only one CEO. He's the guy at the top. Then you have a president. These names might vary a little bit from company to company. Then you have vice president, directors, middle management, supervisors, team leaders, stuff like that. And then you have your staff level employees, or your worker bees, we'll call them. So my question is, in that structure, what are the odds of a guy like me, an engineer guy, who might be in the middle level of staff, what's the odds of me getting up here to be where the CEO's at? About 1 in 60 or 80,000, right? At best, because the CEO has to die or leave there for me to get his job. And quite frankly, I didn't want it. He probably worked a lot of hours. So that's what a pyramidal corporate structure looks like. The military is much the same way, and it works. So a lot of people think MLM is somehow that way, like the guy at the top makes all the money. Well, that's not true, actually. The guy at the top of the game in anything probably makes the money. Like Michael Jordan didn't start in basketball before everybody else, or LeBron James, or whoever you want to talk about. They just excelled beyond others. So a multi-level marketing basically just means this, that if you sell something to your friends and they get excited and they tell their friends about it, they tell their friends about it, multiple friends make money. They get commissions on these products, right? So that's multi-level marketing. And so, because you're selling to multiple levels. So there's nothing wrong with that. What you need to look at though is, how does the compensation plan divide up the compensation? Because people that have this fallacy, that this false opinion, this paradigm that the guy at the top makes the money, just has not been my experience as I looked at legitimate companies. The FTC does tell us to watch out for some things like inventory loading, if it costs a lot of money to get started, if there's a headhunter's fee, you know, if you get paid for signing somebody up into a business, you shouldn't do that. If there's not any product flow, it should be product driven. So I just want to give you a couple things to look at in a legitimate multi-level marketing company. Number one, products. Do the products stand on their own? Will they sell in the marketplace? Or are they only being sold because people are being compensated for them? That's the real question. You know, will the end user customer buy whatever it is being sold, okay? And then compensation. By the way, there's many different compensation plans. A lot of companies use a combination of a couple of these, so I'm not for one or the other. Binary, unilevel, breakaway, matrix. I mean, there's all kinds of volume differentials, many different kinds of compensations that you could look at. There's pluses and minuses to some. That's why a lot of companies are going to looking at doing a hybrid of a couple, okay? Now, speaking of companies that have looked at multi-level marketing, you know, I would say the biggest difference between a Bill Gates, who's a multi-billionaire, and a Warren Buffett. Bill Gates made his money from one business, right? One business, got really good at it. Warren Buffett is worth $76.1 billion as of today. I searched it out. $76 billion, and he made his money off researching company after company after company after company. So it kind of cracks me up when people say, well, you know, I've researched this and that, and I think it's not legitimate. Okay, I don't think multi-level marketing, I mean, there's been professors and all these guys that have said it doesn't work, but yeah, they continue to produce millionaires and multimillionaires in this industry. It's kind of funny. Warren Buffett went and sat in a meeting of a multi-level marketing company as he was checking it out. He ended up buying that company. That company, I think he sat in 2 meetings, it's called Pampered Chef. Berkshire Hathaway owns that. World Book Encyclopedia, that used to be a door-to-door, I don't know how they do it now. And then Kirby Vacuum, all three of those are multi-level marketing companies, and Berkshire Hathaway bought those. So my question to the guy that has all this business acumen that says, well, it's a pyramid, multi-level marketing doesn't work, only the guy at the top makes the money. Number one, that person doesn't understand the compensation. Compensation plans in a legitimate networking company goes to the performer more so than corporate America could ever dream of. Those are just the facts. I could tell you story after story of that. Warren Buffett has checked these companies out. So if I am one of these guys who say, well, network marketing doesn't work, it's not a good investment, well then maybe we should get a hold of Warren Buffett and tell him, bring him in on some of our business acumen and vast knowledge about network marketing, because he thinks it's a good idea. So that's just a little bit about network marketing and the pyramid and what we should look out for. Hope this has been helpful. If you liked it, subscribe, share, tell your friends about it. I'll see you next time. Viking over and out.